even the most passionate and myopic supporter of O'Sullivan couldn't possibly deny that Trump has been unlucky. He has been. Third frame, poised to take it, suffered a thunderous kick on a black that caused the ball to straighten and miss the target. The frame before the interval, potted a red, chipped in the black simultaneously. O'Sullivan cleared up, but as you can see from that, Trump is still punching.
You always run the risk of knocking a ball in, and he nearly did it again there with a red to the middle. That would have been so unlucky. But just look at them now.
9.
Lots of players find it difficult to shrug off bad luck, don't they, Mike? They dwell on it, and it becomes a negative influence that's too big to overcome. But I don't think Trump's one of those players.
No, he's one of those players. It just erases it from his memory, doesn't he? That's it. Let's get on with it. You know, there's a long way to go yet. Best of 17, whatever happens, and they're very, very good at of just getting rid of it out of the mind, really.
14.
Yeah, well, he'd been so unlucky if that red had gone in there. But like I say, you take the risk when you go into the pack.
15.
So you can't legislate. When you go into the pack, there's always a possibility of that, Phil. But when you're potting a red and then knocking a black in like it did, well, that was crazy. You can stand there all day and not do that again. You can't legislate for that. But, you know, he's 3-1 behind, 3-2. All of a sudden, might be 3-all.
20.
Probably needed that interval as well, just to regroup. It's been best of 7s all week till we got to the semi-finals, of course.
21.
So we just say this is simmering, it's building up nicely, but the next couple of frames for Judd are mightily important.
Well, we made this point yesterday. I think the first 5 days of the tournament, being best of 7s, as you say, Mike, meant no intervals, no obvious juncture
29.
for changes in momentum to occur. But when intervals kick in, time and again we see the whole complexion of a match switch around.
Played on the left-hand one, but he'll play the right-hand one. Probably down for the blue here. Plenty of options. And the way these two have been playing this week, you'd say this is frame over. Again, just the wrong side of the blue. It's not a real problem.
What a break in play does, it's a double-edged sword. It enables the player who's struggling
42.
or behind to mentally regroup.
43.
And it also allows the rhythm of the player who's in front to dissipate. Doesn't always work like that, of course. Last night, when O'Sullivan beat Robertson 6-0,
50.
he played brilliantly before and after the interval. But so often
51.
that 15 minutes can change the whole course of a match.
Yeah, he didn't give Neil a chance yesterday, really. Put him to the sword. But you just get the feeling once more with these two that it's going to be one of those finals that's going to be punch and counter punch.
56.
Run out of position there slightly. He's going to have to play this left-hand red. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, it's all about the next 4 frames and how they come out of this first session. Judd will be looking for 3 out of the 4, which, well, that'll set things up nicely for the evening session. 4 apiece. Oof. Whatever you got on this evening, cancel it.
didn't screw back far enough off the red, having to go all around the houses, and he's done pretty well from there. But still not over the line in this frame.
No, still needs a red and a colour. Well, he's played these well so far.
63.
But could have done with the cue ball a little bit further away from this side cushion. This still needs potting. It's frame ball. Well played. Well, they're loving this, as we are. We've had
17.
some wonderful snooker from these lads all week. It's been tremendous stuff. Fitting that the two
71.
most gifted players in our game are in today's final.
$76. $77.
The break is 82. The most he can put
82.
together, 133, which wouldn't challenge
83.
Mark Selby's 136 for the €1,000 high break award.
It would put him 2 off the 400 mark, though.
$90. $91.
What a response, not just to O'Sullivan, but to the scoreline and to adversity.
I think the thing you've got to do, this for the century, 398 of his career, he's got to play this, well, he has played this frame like it's the first one, 3-1 behind, but come out and play it like it's the opening frame. And there you go, the first century of this final. I think there might be 1 or 2 more to come as well by the end of the day. These two are beginning to warm up.
108. $111.
Trump's not quite as good right-handed as O'Sullivan is left-handed, but he's useful nevertheless.
Well, I don't be surprised if this goes in somewhere. Oh, cheeky one down the rail.
Trump.
No.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 21.
So, chance for Judd Trump. Not an easy red. One to the baulk corner, one to the middle.
One.
And one to the corner. And the reds nicely spread.
Top. Eight. Nine.
Well, I'd like to have seen him with a little bit more angle on the black. Okay, it's okay, he can get where he wants, but just a fraction harder would have been better.
16.
And because he wasn't ideal on the red, he's not on the black. He's not ideal on the red. The red closest to the middle pocket, just making things awkward for him.
$17.
Again, not quite hard enough for what he played.
23.
There's a red to the left centre.
$24. $29. $30.
Well, the fluke helped him in the first frame, but it was an O'Sullivan miss that helped him in this one. He wasn't ideal on that black by any means.
Yes, it wasn't a difficult red to the middle that O'Sullivan played, but left himself with that ultra thin cut on the black.
36.
Poor positional shot. And O'Sullivan hasn't really got going yet. And he could have lost the first 2 frames. Should do.
Well, this is what I was saying about the way
37.
Trump played in the first frame of the night. You know, he came out ultra attacking, just showing Ronnie O'Sullivan he's going to go for it. If anything goes wrong for O'Sullivan, he's going to knock him in. That's what he's got to do here to level up. Bearing in mind, he beat John Higgins 4-0 in the quarterfinals and Mark Selby 6-2 in the semis. So it will be some trio of scalps if he were to win tonight. Doesn't get much better than that, really.
Oh, much harder.
45.
24 points the lead. Doesn't need that safe red on the left side cushion.
$51. 52.
2 pinks would be enough to leave him requiring snookers, O'Sullivan.
$58.
So red and a pink or red and a black.
59.
And has the angle, I think, just to bring that red into play. Poor play on that one, like he did. Terrific positional shot.
Well, already a snooker required, but this to make sure, and it's going to be
66.
level pegging. So exactly the start that Trump was looking for. The match level for the first time since it was 1 apiece.
$72.
What a great pot. Every chance of the century now. What a start for Judd Trump.
He's creeping up
78.
towards 400 career
80.
centuries. This will be number 399 if he does complete it, which is pretty impressive for a 27-year-old. He's only been on the tour 11 years,
83.
and he's in 8th place on the all-time list of century makers.
$87. $92.
So one mistake, that's all it was from O'Sullivan. Trump has been merciless
98.
here. And brilliant. Black for his second century of the final. It's a clearance to the hook.
Go into them. It's into them. And it's worked out nice, unless that red goes in. Oh my word.
Judd Trump 4.
He was in, he'd won the title there for a moment. So a life for Judd Trump. He's got to take it. And straight away, he finishes the wrong side of the blue. And that tells you that he's feeling it badly. Sprung off that cushion.
Six.
Good pot. Expected a kiss on the reds. He needs a full ball kiss on the green, and he got it. Oh, he's got the same choice here, whether to go into them or play for that red to the right of the pink. Into them. How's your luck? It could have been worse. It's okay. He's got a red to the
11.
corner. Also got this red to the middle. Good pot. Well, he's fighting.
18.
Didn't want to finish hampered over the red, and although he can pop the pink, I don't think he can get to a red. So you have to ask yourself, is it worth playing the pink? Because he'd be on the red if he missed it.
Blue ball.
Oh, what a fantastic pot that was. My word, that was a shot and a half, that one. He was out of the tournament.
24.
He'd lost the championship had that one not gone in. What a shot.
25.
Yes, fearless.
I can't believe he's played that shot.
Well, 8-6 down, as you say.
Well,
31.
I've heard the saying, all or nothing. Well, that was all or nothing.
It's a good sign, though, for Trump supporters, because it shows you that in his mind he's still thinking about winning this match, not the possibility of losing it.
Yes, also sends a message to Ronnie O'Sullivan that he's not finished yet.
$38.
Sometimes these finals, we hype them up and they don't quite live up to the hype. Well, this one has,
29.
and then some. Still is, with every frame we see. And what a reward for Romania, their first professional event. They put this tournament on, fans have turned out, and they are being treated to a classic.
45.
Just enough right-hand side on the cue ball to finish on this red.
46.
45 points, the difference. Another red and a colour. Well, I think the audience would be something like you and I, David. We don't want this to end. Could do with being a best of 35 or something, this. So good.
Well, it's been a tale of two blues for Trump tonight. The one he missed when he had a chance to lead 7-5, but he's more than redeemed himself with the one he's knocked in. Talk about a do-or-die pot that he's just knocked 59. In to keep this frame going, keep this final going.
60.
Yeah, it reminded me of the blue that Alex Higgins made when he was playing Jimmy White, his most famous break of all time. The difference is, though, that Alex had to go for the blue. He had to go for it, otherwise he was out. He could have played safe, Trump, but chose to go for it, and
67.
what a blue it was. He screwed the right side of the pocket as well.
68.
I hope we get a chance to see that one again, because that was a tremendous shot.
Well, these two, and Alex, and who was playing Jimmy White, are
75.
deserve to be in the same bracket as great entertainers and great players.
76.
You like another century, of course. He's had two in the final already. He may well still get it, and it would be his 400th of his career, so a little milestone coming up potentially here. Only the 8th man to do that, but he's still in his 20s.
A switch to right-handed.
87.
Switch back to left.
91.
One-handed coming up.
Well, this, if he was
96.
feeling it slightly, this will get him right back together again. The blue he knocked in was memorable. This is his 400th career century, and what a significant break it could be for Judd Trump. Fantastic clearance. What a final this is. 109 from Judd Trump. It's just getting better and better and better. Ronnie O'Sullivan still one away from victory. He now leads 8-7. What's going to happen next?